People of the Purple Butterfly here. Otherwise People 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, located People.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, PurpleButterfly-People.tmail.com. And I'm going to make a soap that I was going to make yesterday. And well, yesterday was a bad day. I started spasming early, and by the time the evening was over, the spasticity basically was in control, and I wasn't. So I put everything related to the soaping up, especially the live water, so I could just ride it out, basically. So, yeah, that's why I definitely had to make the soap today, because it's been sitting over there for 24 hours, and live water is not good after 48 hours. So, yeah. In the meantime, there's a few things I need to get done, like the measuring of the fragrance oil. This one is going to be bamboo and white grapefruit. And it's on here really good. That smells amazing. I swear the scent is familiar to me, like I've had it in a shampoo or something before. 2 ounces. Usually 1 ounce, but the scent is very subtle, and I want to actually have it bolder, so I'm putting 2 ounces instead of 1 ounce. It's still within the 5% range, so it doesn't matter. And this scent gives you a perfect pour. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in my dump the fragrance oil into my main batch of oils, for the simple fact that I know this scent does not accelerate your soap. This is my Canco base, canola oil, coconut, nothing else. Okay. Well, I might super fat with some avocado oil, but at this point I'm not sure. What I am sure of is I need a green in here. Or coral reef blue, which will serve as a green. Oh, wait a minute, I have an emerald. Hold on. That'll be a green. Emerald green, yay. That's a fun thing about buying sample packs of colors and stuff. Okay, someone's massacring some music in the other room. Okay. Here she comes. They should be asking me on camera. Again. Alrighty then. That's a dark green, but after I add enough soap batter to it, it might lighten up. or it might stay that brilliantly dark. Either way, I'm gonna be happy with it. Okay. That reminds me. Go ahead and be piping the top. You remember today is Sunday, right? You don't have to check the mail. You just got home from church a couple hours ago.
You make it.
Soap.
Oh, go ahead. I don't know nothing about my soap.
You say that every single time.
Oh, boy.
I'm adding the lye water next, so.
Oh, excuse me. I'm supposed to wait and I'm sleepy again.
You only went to take a nap like a half an hour ago.
I must have missed the back bed or something. I didn't check them now.
So I don't think you went to sleep if you still sleepy because, well, you was only gone half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, say hi, YouTube. You're on camera.
Put the camera out.
Right there. My phone.
Hey there, you guys. This is Aunt Faye. Bye. Wig all crooked on my head.
Oh, well, see, they wouldn't have even known that you had a wig on your head if you didn't broadcast it like that.
Too late for that now.
You crack me up. Okay, now we got the...
No,
Oh,
you got
it's
peanut
showing
butter
up
and jelly,
red
no
now.
bread, huh?
What?
Peanut butter and jelly, no bread.
Well, you have to remember to tell Earl that you need bread.
I don't have Earl's number, I don't think. Or did I have his number?
Next time he comes by to say, hey, y'all need to go grocery shopping, say, yeah, we need bread.
Oh, okay. He's a outstanding young nephew.
What?
Outstanding young nephew.
Yes, he is.
He got Jerry B, he got TB.
Stop that. Use your memory.
I did. I said it like what I meant. He
Yeah,
got
but
Jerry B and TB.
Jerry's gone.
Yeah, I think you said that before. I gotta check that out. I thought I went to a funeral. I just wanted Bernie's
Yes.
take this out. She gonna bring what she saw.
So stop beating yourself up, reliving that same memory.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okie dokie, love ya. I'm glad I leave a spoon in my titanium dioxide because these two colors are really strong and it would have tainted my main batch. Yeah. There we go. White base, got red, got emerald green, with a little piece of red just sticking in the oil. I guess I got the colors mixed in to each other. And apparently I poured out another thing of oil, so we gotta pick out another color. Let's see. Red, green. I looked this up the other day. We'll do purple. So, violet, ultramarine. Actually, I can't do ultramarine with the oils. Let's get some plain old water. Oh, yeah. Ultramarine is a pigment that is water soluble compared to oil base. So we'll dump a little water in there. Sterilized water. Otherwise known as distilled. Okay, know which is the water cup and which is the oil cup. That's the water cup. Completely dissolved in here. If it was the oil cup, it would be floating around. Not to mention the fact that it smells like the fragrance oil. That's one way to give it away if you don't remember is smell the oil in your cup, and if it smells like your fragrance oil, then it's not the water because the water has no smell. Okay, now we have purple, we have red, green. I'm gonna have to buy some pink at some point in time. Let's see. Oh, true blue. I don't know why they call it true blue. It says right on it, it's not stable in a high pH environment. In other words, this color will morph on you. So we'll see what color it turns into. But in the meantime, it's going in the soap. Because it might stay a shade of blue. Or it might turn into something totally different. That's always the fun thing to find out. Well, that was too much, but hey, what do you expect when you don't, measure? There we go. Now this is slightly purple because of the little bit of red that was in there with the blue. But depending on what it morphed into, it might be a totally different color by the end of the day. Let's put this over. So I'll just go ahead and stir that right quick. Now, my colors are emerald green, red, orange, well, true red, orange, true blue, and ultramarine purple with a water base. And I have to say for water base because if I use a oil base, it's actually going to give me a different color purple. And it might speckle up on you too, but yeah. With a water base, it just completely disappears in the soap. Now, move all this away. Teachable moment. This is the live water that was stored up there out of reach a couple of days ago. And right now it has all these crunchy bits in it. That's known as lye lint. From, the part of the lye that, was sitting here with the water dehydrating next to it, and any oils that was on the bowl, cup, soap pot, or whatever, and basically any debris that was from processing. That's not uncommon, but how you handle it is. I strain my lye every time. I know folks that just simply don't. And then they wonder why there's these little particles in their lye or in their soap. That would be why. Okay, on my mold, I went in and found a few more pieces of that composition plastic, and I'm sticking it on the sides here, so that way all sides is covered, so that way when I pipe, I don't have to worry about, you know, anything anchored down to the soap because it's protected on all sides. If I find another piece of plastic that's, you know, clear or something, I'll switch it out. But for right now, that'll do. What was that? Now, in the meantime, there's this little speckle on top of my oils. There we go. It always cracks me up how titanium dioxide looks speckled like this when you put it in oils, even though this is oil dispersible. But the moment you hit it with a stick blender, it's completely and totally white as snow. If I was to stir it by hand, I would have to use a whisk and about 20 minutes. Stick blender, 3 seconds. Now, let's go ahead and get my headgear rather. Safety first. Yeah, now we're ready. That's why I strain my lye. We don't want all that floating around in my finished product. I mean, I happen to know what that is. It's from the coconut oil and, you know, sitting around waiting to be used for the last 2 days. But still, I don't want that in my finished product. Okay, now, excuse me while I clean that up. Now let's take this to trace and then spread it out. Or to just pass the motion so that way I have time to play. one thing I don't like about titanium dioxide, it makes it hard to see if you are past emulsion or trace because it turns the whole batch completely white. So I get why people always add it at the last moment. But just because it makes it harder to see doesn't mean it makes it impossible. I can go to a light trace, that doesn't bother me, because there's no doubt that you're past emulsion if you have a light trace. That's a light trace. Well, actually, it's a heavy emulsion, very light trace. But either way, I can tell. Okay, yeah. Now, I need to come over here. I already have my piping bowl set up for when it's time to pipe. This is how I kept it from spilling out last time. This is a clothespin. I'm gonna leave my base white, and you can just get a spatula. Boom. And then I'm gonna try to pipe some flowers. That one tip is a rosette type tip. I can make flowers and roses and stars out of it. And the other tip is for leaves. So the green is definitely going to go in there if there's any left. Okay, some of that splattered into my red. This is another way you can tell if you have a water base or a oil base. That's the oil. As you can tell, it's sticking around. It has to be scraped out of there. That's the water. Water completely disappears. The aquamarine completely disappears in water. Whereas the mica and the oil has to be scraped out of the cup. There we go. Now, move that out my way. Emerald green. Might have to add more so that it's looking like it's going to be pale. True blue. And this was the fragrance cup. So, yeah. Let's put that right there. Oh, yeah. I was just wondering how come all of a sudden it looked like the soap batter was at the top of this bowl when it's not usually at the top of the bowl. And then I remember this is a 4-pound batch instead of a 3-pound batch. So yeah, there's more to work with. Okay, let's get the red in there. The purple, the blue, and the green. The green seems to be morphing into a different color. Hopefully it'll change back. But yeah, that was interesting. I was expecting the blue to do that. Okay. So actually, you need to do this differently. You do it lightest to darkest. That's a very pale. This is supposed to be emerald. Does that look emerald to you? Okay, let's see what the blue type will do. The blue looks like the sky. Nice. Okay, here we come over here to the alcohol. Which at first did not want to blend. That's because the water, and then here's the oil-based stuff, blah, blah, blah. Now here's the red, which is the strongest color. Which is why I blended that up last, so that way it didn't taint the other colors. And I didn't put a lot of red in there, which is why it looks pink. And it looked pink the other day when I made the aphrodisiac, and then that turned almost a blood red. So I don't trust the fact that that looks pink. It's deceptive and it's deceiving. I'm going to put some coral reef blue in there. I mean, the emerald might bounce back later, but the coral reef blue will be a green looking soap right now instead of let's wait on it, let's wait on it, let's wait on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes that's hard to open. Okay, now just put like a little teeny bit in there. I mean, if you're piping flowers and leaves, you don't want your leaves to look dead at the end of the day. See, now it looks green. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this in here. And I might add the other colors by the time this is all done. But in the meantime, we got a white base going on here. So let's go ahead and pour that in. Okay, now let's it first. They're starting to thicken up already. See, I was expecting that. Oh, that took me over the limit. So, yeah. This is all going to have to be piped now. Okay. Looks pretty though. Okay. Now, okay, this will kind of thicken up and be pipeable. Might actually have to come back to that